Hey everyone, Miranda Pitrone back here with you. I have been looking through my collection of what to paint and decided that a natural stone was in order because it has been a long time. So I picked out this smooth one from the shores of Lake Erie and I just painted a black background circle on it here. The stone is about 2.25 inches in diameter. So my circle is about 2 inches here that we're starting off. Pretty small design size, but it's so nice and smooth. It's going to be such a fun, quick project here. So I started off with a white center dot. This is my angled spot detailer brush, but you can use your dotting tools, and I'm just pushing it into a circle shape here. And you can use probably your 3mm, your biggest dotting tool, and just push it around in a little bit bigger circle than it makes for that. I know a lot of the mandalas people are doing the 8 dots. So for this one, I just decided to change it up a little bit and do the 6 because I want to kind of put a little pine cone design, a little botanical. I've got some new paintbrush markers that I want to try to use. So this one is green of the paintbrush markers. I'll put all the links in my description as usual. But you can see it does not take a lot of skill. It is already loaded with paint. I don't have to dip it, and I can just kind of make the designs as I go. You can paint with it, write with it, draw with it. I'm just doing some cute little petal marks here. In between all the white dots that we put down, the 6 white dots around our center. And then we're going to come on either side, and I'm just not pushing as hard. So the larger petal design was me pushing harder on the paintbrush tip, just almost exactly like paintbrushes. And it's just a pressure. So this, I'm not pushing it down as hard. So the farther down you push, the bigger the little petal design is going to get. Obviously, because more is touching your canvas. We're just going to put these little leafy designs in here. Just kind of touch them up a little bit. This one got a little dark at the top, so I just want to kind of fill out the paint there. So there is a learning curve with some of it. These ones are older markers that I have gotten from Artistro, and they're a little metallic, so we're just going to put some little lines in here to kind of put a little whimsical pine cone-like shape in here. I'm just feeling the evergreen vibes these days, and the botanical prints just really jump out at me as I'm searching online for inspiration. So we're doing these just over the white dots. And you can see I'm zoomed in here a bit, so it's probably just about the size of your pinky nail. A little bit smaller. We're just kind of making V lines in. So one line at the top, and then a V, and a little bigger, wider V, and then another V, so that it just kind of tapers down like a pinecone shape. This is a dark ombre from Deco Art Paint. And I'm just coming in here with my brush and going to put a big dot there, which is probably an acrylic rod size, but you can use your 3mm tools, like I said before, and just push it into a larger dot size. We draw a circle with the paint, basically, is all we're doing. Okay, so coming in here with a liner brush, and I am using Venetian gold. And we're just going to go around that dark umber in a Venetian gold. I'm kind of keeping the dots about the same size. They're not really walking the dots. I might have to do a couple smaller ones to tuck them in, but it's mostly about the same size dot throughout. So I'm pushing down with the same pressure to get the same size dot. So if you're using the ball end of your stylus, that's the small 1 millimeter ball end, just keep re-dipping it after each one, and that will help you keep the same size so that the paint doesn't taper off the tool and make the size decrease as you go around. So while I'm doing this, I just want to kind of remind you all I am trying to get back on the YouTube partner platform, and they're telling me I need 3,000 more watch hours and millions of shorts views. So I see some of you are still disliking the shorts, which I totally understand. It's not a tutorial and they're not your usual. It's too quick. I get it. But it's one of the requirements I need to do to get back on the YouTube platform. So I hope you can just bear with me and just kind of check them out if you feel up to it. But if not, just skip over them. But if you could help a girl out by sharing videos like these, the longer ones, then I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm just tucking this in because I felt like that negative space in there was just too much for the design. So I'm just tucking the smaller gold ones in there. All right, so here is a point where I'm going to jump in with some massive authenticity. Everybody always thinks the videos look so perfect and your swipes look so perfect and whatever you're painting, the videos can be edited to look that way. So I just want to show I was so tired this night. I've neglected my brushes. I haven't painted much this year. So even I get out of practice after, I don't know, over 30 years of painting. And sometimes you just need to get back to it. So for this one, I actually grabbed a stylus just because they're easier in my brain sometimes to make the swipes. But even that with this paint, and it's cold in my studio in the basement here, it just was not working out. The holidays have been very busy and just wasn't going the way I planned. But do not let that deter you. Sometimes you can take a break and come back to it. Or you can just come back in and reshape it with another tool, or just let it be. Sometimes I just let them be. It's the color in that zone that you want to kind of draw out, and you can see they all look different, every single one. So I'm just going to kind of blot them out and reshape them a little bit just because I felt the need to do that this night, which I sometimes don't, but this time, apparently, I just was not getting it together that night. So that does happens to the best of us. So don't be discouraged. Don't give up on your work. Don't give up on your piece. Don't give up on this hobby. If you really enjoy it, doing it, it'll get easier. And some nights, it's just not there, or some days, depending on when you paint. So I just want to encourage you to not give up. If you have something that you enjoy and gives you peace, just don't give up. Keep trying. Look for encouragement from others. I'm hoping this encourages you. And just wanted to put that out there because you guys mean a lot to me in this community. All right, that being said, we're just going to keep on moving on while that dries with a lighter green dot here on our leafy bits. That's a technical term, by the way, leafy bits. And then I'm going to come on the outside of these first swipes and I'm going to tuck it in. This one is more the earth tone, so Deco Earth has this really nice eucalyptus green. And we're just going to do a couple of swipes around here down one side and just kind of work it around. Okay, I'm going to go back and grab that first green and pull it out here to fix that swipe that I repainted over, and then come back in here with that eucalyptus and just follow the pattern of the first one you put down. Those are both wet, so I didn't get too close with the first one, but you can see these two, they started to blend in. Personally, I think that's fine. They'll just meld together, but sometimes your dots can run into one another. It just starts to look not like you want it to, probably. So just be cognizant of that and cautious about doing wet next to wet. So this is a darker forest green. And so you can see that ombre start, so it's going light to dark with the swipes. And again, I'm just using the dotting stylus because I wasn't with it for the paintbrushes that night. Okay, so this is the bright green that we used on the leafy bits. I'm just doing a larger dot of it here over my tails. And maybe that will kind of hide the shenanigans of whatever I had going on where they didn't all come out so well. But you can see even this one, I did it completely over the tails because my spacing was not perfect. We're not machines. Let's just enjoy our painting process. And when you're done with this piece, it will look lovely and it will come out great. And if you don't like it, you can always just grab another stone. Try the design again. Okay, I'm just putting like a base 2 top dots above there. Same color. Going to try to steal some of that paint from these dots that have a lot. It's been a while since I worked on a real stone where you have the arc, the curve of the stone. Sometimes with the more fluid paints it can run. Okay, so I decided to grab these paintbrush markers again, and this is a bright green on those, kind of like a Kelly green. And I'm just going to pop some designs in here, see what I can do. We're towards the end, the edge of this circle that we put down, so we're just going to try to fill out the edging here with some design work to kind of finish off this mandala's edge. So I'm just going to tuck a little one leaf side, little petal on the side of this one. I'm just looking at it now to see around the whole stone if I can actually tuck in another one on the other side of each of these, because sometimes, like I said, spacing is not a machine-like spacing where you have just perfect metrics. I feel that's what makes it art, right? You're enjoying the time, you're enjoying the process, the colors melding, just kind of going with the flow of adding bits to the designs of the mandala. I find really enjoyable for the process. So you can see I'm sort of dabbing over these ones and they're getting brighter. So it adds a little bit more color again to that area. Okay, next I grabbed the forest green again. We're going to do a big dot here. Now this is probably about a 1/2 inch, like your 1/2 inch acrylic rods. It's the Happy Dotting Company tool, probably the 5 or the 6. And it's just about the same size as the brown dots we put down before. Just tucking in a large dot here. And I put either a little too much paint or, like I said, it's been a while since I've done the stones with the curves. So we're going to grab another tool and just kind of lift the paint up a little bit here. And hopefully it will start to dry enough that it doesn't dribble down my rock. Okay, I think it's going to hold. We'll see. So as I'm looking at the stone, I'm kind of thinking how I can finish off this edge. It's been, the edge is here on the black, so I might try to just grab the color from the green and pull it around so that it kind of blocks where the edge of the black background is, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to dip my etcher tool here in and just sort of drag out a tail and see how that looks. And I know a lot of you like to plan out your design so you don't get to this point and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that because now I don't have a way really to get it off the stone. You can use baby wipes or you can scrape it, but a lot of times some of these stones are a little porous and you won't be able to get the paint out, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll make it work. That's my biggest thing when I've been teaching the classes, is just helping people to relax and enjoy your design. It's never as bad as you think it is when you're up close and personal, and we are so judgmental of ourselves. But really, really just enjoy it. Or come back to it at a later point in time and take a peek at it, and then you're always like, whoa, I made that, I painted that, it looks great. So just don't be so hard on ourselves, right? You can see I didn't fully drag the tail all the way, so I'm gonna probably tuck a little different color in there for some contrast. Maybe bring that brown out. So I'm just kind of pulling the tool along the black circle edge to just kind of blend it in and hide it a little, melt it in a little. So I'm just going to come in here too, just because standing back, I wanted to fill in a little bit more of this negative space here with some little white dots on the micro dotting end tool of the etcher. So this is the metal end. And I'm just going to tuck 3 dots in between the larger white dots, the 6 that we put around our center. All right, so after I finish up these white dots, I'm just going to take a step back and think about what I want to add to the outside, which is, like I said, probably going to carry the brown out. So grab one of the paintbrush markers again here, and we're just going to add to the outskirts. Oh, my video died, so here you go, the stone finished, but I didn't do too much more to it. So just did sort of a little brown petal on the outside with a gold dot after it and some 3 white dots and then a dot to the center. All right, as always, links will be in the description, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all for watching, but also to remind us to go easy on ourselves and each other. Happy painting and Happy New Year!